So what stage are we at, Brian?
It's been quite a bit of activity over the weekend. Probably, if I'm honest, things haven't moved as quickly as we all hoped they would move, but there's been quite a constant activity over the weekend. Yesterday was pretty frenetic, shall we say, with the constant phone calls back and forward. I think we have got down to the stage of a number of whittling it down to a manageable number that we would like to speak to. But obviously during that process we have to consider that we do have conversations to have with whether it's the person themselves, whether it's their representatives, or whether it's a club when they're employed. So it's important that we keep everybody happy and go through the process and speak to everybody who needs to be speaking to. So it's been lengthy discussions over the weekend.
Time moves on. You spoke before the game last week of getting it down to 10.
Yep.
Are you beyond that now?
Yeah, I'm beyond that now. Probably at 4 or 5 just now, around that number. We're obviously keen to appoint as soon as possible. Game tomorrow night against Sheffield United, but we are trying to step things up, and we have done since we last spoke. But as I say, these things don't move as quickly as you sometimes want them to be. You're also conscious that potentials that we might want to talk to are at clubs just now, so you don't want to interfere in their daily routine and affect your relationship with the club too. So it's been slower than we hoped it would be, yes, but are we closer? Yeah, we're closer, a lot closer than we were last Thursday. There's been a hell of a lot more conversations taking place. It's one individual in particular. It's probably, I don't know, maybe 20 calls over the weekend back and forward between representatives, clubs, and the person as well. So it's been hard work, fairly constant, but hopefully we're coming close to a conclusion.
Are the select few of a similar ilk, or are you still on an open mind with that?
No, still pretty open mind, without going into too much details, because I don't think that's fair at this moment. There are a few with different backgrounds, but then everybody's different, and managers, coaches, whatever. So it's important we look at different aspects, and I'm sure when we speak to people, we also want to make sure that they're 100% committed to coming to Shrewsbury Town. There's no point in me filling one of the interview slots with somebody who's not 100% committed. So we need to make sure as well that they are, and they're showing the passion that we're looking for. So when it comes to the interview and having a chat, that they are 100% wanting to take this job on.
Face to face, then you've still got to have those interviews, have you?
Yeah, what's ongoing just now.
You've started?
I didn't say that. I said that's ongoing just now. There are constant conversations going on. We obviously we're keen to try and get somebody in sooner rather than later. We appreciate, even at Walsall, a lot of people are coming up to us at the game asking, try and get a manager in quickly. I think the players are keen for it as well. We're all keen. We all want a manager in as soon as possible. So hopefully we're nearing a conclusion, and ideally, and here's me doesn't like putting timescales on it, but hopefully, if all things being equal, we could hopefully have somebody in place for the weekend.
So for Saturday there'll be somebody here, maybe Danny taking the team, but somebody in place. That's
our aim. Our aim's got to be, at the end of the day, we need to try and conclude things. Unfortunately, as I say, we hope that things move as quickly as we want them to be, want them to do. So it's hopefully that's our aim anyway. I think it's not that we're trying to delay anything. We've just obviously the process. If you actually think about it, it's actually only last Saturday Danny took his first game. It feels as if he's been in charge for a number of weeks now, but maybe just the way the week's been. But it's just over 10 days since he took his first game. So, and we're grateful to him. And obviously from his point of view, he needs closure and the whole thing. But we're getting there.
100 applicants or whatever it was. I'm sure probably many more. To get it down to 4 or 5, it's some job really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a laborious, hard-working process, because you're trying to discount it. As I say, last week we got it down to 10, and then it's trying to take it down below that to try and get, who do we really want to speak to? Who do we see that can take the club forward? And to get it down to 4 or 5, I think we're quite happy with where we're at. But we just want to make sure now that the 4 or 5 that we're talking to are fully committed to the position, and I've got the desire and wanting, if they don't want to come or don't want to speak further about it and they're not 100%, then we'll fill one of the slots with somebody else.
You can probably tell me to shut up, but have there been any targets that you've gone to as a club or you've wanted as a club that have not been
I
interested?
think we've spoken to a number of people from all ranges of football in the last 10 days since Mickey left. Some of which have, at the end of the year, even just putting feelers out to say, is it something you'd be interested in looking at, applying for, putting your name in the hat? And obviously some people, I respect people's honesty, because that's the way I works, and people have said to me, not at this time it's not something they want to do. So I'd rather somebody told me that than told me what they weren't feeling.
And as you've said, you've got this 4 or 5 from potentially all over the country, different ages, backgrounds.
Yes.